What's up, guys? We are back with another Star Wars review today, but it's not something for one of the new products that have come out with the new Solo wave of toys. This is something that came out a while back. It is an Entertainment Earth exclusive, and I held off on it because, honestly, I thought it was just incredibly overpriced to start. But it is on super clearance, so I figured I'd finally grab it. Plus, it kind of ties into the barge when I finally get that. So we're going to take a look at the Entertainment Earth exclusive 3 3/4 inch scale ASTROMECH droid 6-pack. So this guy comes obviously in a very interesting package, shaped like a white astromech. We've got the Entertainment Earth logo on there with the exclusive badge, and you can see all 6 droids here in the window, and then the back has kind of a schematic type look and feel to it, giving you names of the droids and just artwork for each one. So let's pull these guys out and take a look at them. Alright guys, so here are our ASTROMECHs out of the box, and this is kind of an interesting set because I didn't really know what to expect going into this. I haven't really messed around with a great deal of 3 3/4 inch ASTROMECHs in a while outside of an R2 that I got in the Last Jedi line months back. So these are figures that I haven't really played around with too much, so I don't know kind of the ins and the outs of what is quote-unquote good or bad with these, because they're obviously all the same with a few exceptions in terms of deco and some accessories, and they all share the same quirks and I'll say frustrations. I'm just assuming it's all design related, really. So we've got 6 droids here. We have got let's see, we've got R2-A5, and this guy was in A New Hope. We've got these 4 here, were all from the Clone Wars. We have got R2-C2, we have got R7-F5, we've got R7-D4, and QT-KT, and then this guy is the main reason why I got this entire set, not to mention the fact that, like I said, it was really cheap, but this is Jabba's bartender, so he will fit perfectly on my sail barge when it comes. This guy doesn't have a name either. He has no actual droid letter number designation. It's just named Jabba's bartender, so that's kind of a weird thing on its own. You'd think by now he would have had a name, but I checked and I still can't find anything. Even on the box it just says Jabba's bartender. So these are all 3 3/4 inch scale figures, so they're slightly smaller than that because they are obviously droids. They're going to be in scale with the humans in the line, so they're smaller than 4 inches. They all are astromech droids. They all share the same sculpt in the general sense. The big difference is with the 2 serving droids, they have their attachments, which I do think are actually pretty cool. My only real concern is that the cups are removable, so as soon as I pulled these guys out of the package, they started falling everywhere, so I can only imagine that I'm going to lose a couple cups down the road unless I get these guys boxed up right away, because they're not being displayed anytime soon. I do like them. I think that they are pretty ornately sculpted. There's a lot of nice detail on the serving tray, and it's removable. You can pull it off. And then they've got the little serving doodad on their heads, and I guess it's affixed to the droid. All the other ones have holes in the center, but I can't really seem to pull that out, and I'm not gonna force it either. There's no real reason. But they all do share the same sculpt. The rest of the difference is coming down to paint. Now, they do have articulation. They are movable. The heads are ratcheted, so you can move them around. The legs are ratcheted as well. They do have the 3rd leg, and then of course they have some moving panels, and they've got the little doodads that'll pop out. My real gripe comes in with some of these moving parts, specifically the head, the 3rd leg, and this piece here. This guy, on all of them, does not really shut. It just sort of sits there and kind of poofs out. As soon as I started pulling them out of the package, they all were sort of just opening their trays, really. If you spin the head, you can pop out the like the little spy module that's on the top is his looking glass, really. But what's interesting though is that if you have this guy in, you can't have the 3rd leg in because they share a space. So if you put the leg in, it'll pop the eyepiece out. If you put the eyepiece down, it'll pop the leg out. So you've got to have it kind of one or the other. Like this guy has it popped out and no leg showing, but all of these have the leg showing. My real issue with that is that you normally don't see that leg unless they're rolled back on the 2 side legs to the point where they would be rolling. So that's just kind of a pet peeve, really. I think it's kind of goofy. I mean, obviously there's a design choice there to make it that way. So I'm not really sure if what they could have done. Again, I don't make excuses for their design choices. I think it's kind of a goofy choice to make that. I like the option. Don't get me wrong. I do like the option of being able to have that leg out or this. But if I don't want that, then I'd have to take this out, and I don't want to knock guys over. And I also don't want to have a big hole in the top of my figures like that. You can see that'll leave it'll leave a slot. So it's just more of an aesthetic thing. I'm probably just going to have him standing like this orange guy here that I keep knocking over, and he'll have the leg out. It's okay, but it's just, like I said, it's kind of a thing that just bugs me. As far as the droids themselves, I think they look pretty good in terms of how they look, aesthetics. My favorite is this guy here, R2-C2. I just like all of his designs. I like the gray-blue color scheme. I like this big ornate symbol on his chest there. The rest of them are all pretty standard, especially these three. These three right here, and then we've got the pink one. I'm always up for a pink droid. I think they stand out really well. And then again, like I said, the Jabba's bartender droid is really my main draw here because I gotta have him. I'm gonna have to populate that sail barge, and what better way to do it than with the actual droid that was serving drinks outside of R2, obviously. So, I do like these. I think they are interesting. They certainly are a good set to buy in terms of, value for money, at least at the current price, because you've got, 6 droids here. That's a lot of plastic for what was ultimately about $30. Now, they do have their problems, I think. I don't really like the issues with the panel slipping open. I don't really like the leg and the viewfinder that have to share a space. One's in or one's out, or you've got to have that leg out. I would just prefer to have them standing straight up with all their panels closed and have that leg inside the cavity. So that's just my personal preference. It's not by any means a deal breaker for me. It's just something that if I got a gripe about something, it's going to be that. But otherwise, I think, especially for what I paid, I think they do fit the bill pretty well. I definitely wouldn't have been happy if I bought this at the full $80 price tag, though. So if you were interested at all and you skipped out on this set, now is absolutely the time, especially if you've got a barge coming and you need that little white-red droid. So that's going to do it for this little quick look at the Entertainment Earth ASTROMECH droid pack from Hasbro. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you guys think. And until next time.